Good afternoon, my name is Kenny Kim, and I will be talking about why there shouldn't be participation trophies in youth sports. Let me start with a simple question. What does it mean to earn something? For generations, earning meant effort, persistence, and yes, failure as well. It meant that recognition followed by achievement is just not participation. But in recent years, that idea has shifted. Participation trophies awards given simply for showing up have become more common. While they may seem harmless or even encouraging, I want to argue that they can foster entitlement and create unrealistic expectations. In this speech, I will discuss how participation trophies blur the line between effort and achievement, how they can foster entitlement, and how they can limit learning from failure. To begin with, participation trophies can blur the line between effort and achievement. When everyone receives the same reward regardless of performance, the message becomes unclear. Did I succeed because I worked hard or simply because I was present? Over time, this ambiguity can erode the value of genuine accomplishment. If a child scores no goals, puts in minimal effort, and still walks away with a trophy identical to the top performer, what incentive is there to improve? Recognition loses its meaning when it's guaranteed. However, supporters of participation trophies argue that they serve an important purpose, especially for young children. They believe these awards encourage kids to try new activities, reduce the fear of failure, and help build early confidence. Not every child is naturally competitive or skilled right away, and participation trophies can make them feel included and valued. From this perspective, the goal isn't to reward achievement, but to reward courage to show up, to try, and to be a part of something special. That intention is valid. Encouraging participation, especially at a young age, is important, but the issue arises when participation and achievement are treated as the same thing. While it's helpful to make children feel included, it's equally important to teach them that outcomes differ based on effort, skill, and persistence. Without that distinction, the lesson can become misleading. This leads to a second concern. Participation trophies can unintentionally cultivate a sense of entitlement. Entitlement is the belief that one deserves rewards without necessarily earning them. When young people are constantly rewarded just for participation, they may begin to expect recognition in all areas of life, including school, work, and relationships, without the corresponding effort. Again, this advocates would respond that these trophies are not meant to create entitlement, but to protect the self-esteem. They worry that constant losing or lack of recognition could discourage children or make them feel like they're not good enough. And that concern is understandable. No one wants a child to feel defeated or excluded. But here's the reality. The real world does not operate on guaranteed rewards. Promotions, scholarships, and opportunities are competitive. They are earned. If children grow up expecting recognition regardless of performance, they may struggle when faced with environments where effort and results truly matter. Instead of building resilience, constant reward can make disappointment harder to handle. Another important issue is how participation trophies shape our understanding of failure. Failure is not something to be avoided. It's something to be learned from. It teaches resilience, problem solving, and perseverance. But if children are shielded from losing, they miss out on those lessons. Supporters might argue that early experiences should be positive to keep kids engaged, and they're right to an extent. Early encouragement can spark long-term interest, but if every outcome is framed as a success, failure becomes unfamiliar and later overwhelming. Instead of seeing setbacks as opportunities to grow, individuals may view them as unfair or discouraging. There's also the impact on those who genuinely excel. When high performers receive the same recognition as everyone else in the room, their extra effort can feel undervalued. This doesn't just affect motivation, it discourages excellence. At the same time, it's worth recognizing that overemphasizing winning alone can also create pressure and anxiety. So the goal isn't to ignore participation, it's to balance it with meaningful recognition of achievement. So where does that leave us? The answer is not to stop encouraging participation. Participation matters. Trying something new, being part of a team, and showing up constantly are all valuable lessons. But recognition doesn't have to come in the form of identical trophies. Instead, we can celebrate improvement, effort, teamwork, and excellence in different ways. This approach keeps encouragement intact while still preserving the meaning of achievement. Overall, participation trophies come from a good place. They aim to build confidence, involvement, and motivation. But when overused or misapplied, they foster entitlement and unrealistic expectations by unhooking reward from effort, protecting individuals from failure, and diminishing the value of accomplishment. If we want to prepare people for the world, we must have a balance between participation and winning. In this speech, I discussed how participation trophies blur the line between effort and achievement, how they can foster entitlement and unrealistic expectations in the real world, and how they can limit learning from failure. Because in the end, success isn't about showing up. It's about striving, improving, and earning recognition. And I will leave you with this quote from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Thank you.